Thank you, Brigadier. Let's move on to your evidence when you testified on 31st of October 2024. I'll just read, because it's a small question, but it's part of your evidence that you testified on the 31st of October 2024, page 20, line 10 to 15. You referred to this court to exhibit EEE6, EEE8. Those are the bank records for accused number 5. And also, my lord, he also referred to exhibits EEE3, EEE8. EEE6 is the one for the net bank. That's the one that you started with, and you placed the information belonging to accused number 1 on the record. Do you remember that?
Is it the details of accused number 1 or 5?
Sorry, accused number 5. Sorry.
Number 5, yes.
Yes, accused number 5, yes.
Yes, I do recall, my lord.
From exhibit EEE6, the bank records from the net bank, wherein you read certain information into the record. Did you request the information from net bank covering the period of October 2014 regarding the transactions under the name of accused number 5?
Yes, my lord, I would have made that request specifically because that was the date that is relevant to this matter.
From the records that you received from NetBank, is there or was there any transaction, or let me say, is there any transactions on this exhibit, EEE6, reflecting transfer of money from Ms. Kelly Kumalo to accused number 5?
My lord, my recollection, and not only with regard to accused number 5, but insofar as all accused and from all institutions, not only NetBank, there is no electronic transfer from Ms. Kelly Kumalo to any of the accused that we did not find. Or even cash deposits reflecting that is coming from her, not only to accused number 5, but as I said, it applies to all accused as well, my lord.
Okay, can you just be specific, Colonel, that you are referring to accused number 5 at this stage? Okay, when I'm asking question, I'm asking in respect of accused number 5. Because these exhibits that I've read into the record, they're only in respect of accused number 5.
We're still talking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whew. It's 2025 and Mshololo dodged a bullet with that one because the brigadier was about to launch a whole missile. We heard him breathe loudly out and in, or is it in and out, when the brand new interpreter was talking, because that's a sign of, oh, you did not tell me how to respond to you, Mshololo. And he was about to go in and we were about to sit forever and listen to the lecture from the brigadier, but Mshololo killed it right there. She killed it right there. She said, this is 2025. I am not here to play. I'm sticking to the point. We're keeping the record nice and clean and simple. When I'm asking you any question, it is with reference to accused number 5. Don't tell me about the others because I didn't give you exhibits for the others. We've got to be specific, and let me tell you, I loved it for us. I loved it for us. Mshololo did the work on behalf of the country, because what is this? What is this? Gininda still coming back with these long inferences. I've dealt with this already insofar as the corroboration. So we are tired, okay? We're just trying to get back into our scheduling routine because, wow, no, we just can't start right off the back with Gininda talking forever. Or my other alternative is, did Gininda miss being on the stand? Did he miss talking? Did he miss feeling important on the stand? And one last question. Did he pass? Did he pass, ladies and gentlemen? Is anyone going to give us the answer to that? But you know what? Let's continue listening on, because you already know there's a lot of inferences coming up, and insofar as. Let's get into it.
Then did you request from either of the banks, it's either in respect of EEE6, EEE8, EEE3, did you ask the information covering the period of the 2nd of August 2014 to the period of 15 October 2014, which was before the incident?
My lord, I don't have a recollection of that, because the two dates that Advocate Mshololo is referring to relate to the calls, not a financial transaction. They relate to the calls that were picked up between Ms. Kelly Kumalo and accused number 5. That is the date of the 2nd of August 2014 and the one of 15 October 2014.
No, I know that that's the evidence on record, Brigadier. But my question, just answer my question. Did you request the bank transactions covering that period of 2 August or 15 October?
My Lord, I don't have a recollection, but one will have to check because the record starts in 2014. So I don't have a specific recollection of whether, when I requested this document, I started at the beginning of 2014 to date or what. So if perhaps then one will need to ask the court's indulgence, perhaps during the long adjournment, then I can check the application in terms of the date. I may have covered it, but I'm not sure, my Lord.
Okay, you can check that later on, Colonel, but let's continue for now.
Sorry, for my understanding, is it obvious or factual that if there's a bank transaction, you mention your name? Because if people bank money using the depositor's name, if you bank money for me, you go to Standard Bank and you say, Rata Mokhatle, are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
You don't necessarily say, so and so, who is not, it doesn't follow that if Kelly, for instance, banks money on behalf of whoever, will use a particular name. Doesn't follow. Doesn't follow, Ms. Mshololo.
Yes, my Lord, I can clarify that question, my Lord, from the witness.
Okay.
Yes. I know you've already said you're not sure whether you have records for this 2 period, but on the other transactions contained in exhibits EE6 and 8, if a person deposits the money to someone else, and then how would you connect, how would you link that transaction? Is it not by account numbers of the 2 respective parties?
My Lord, my understanding, you will establish the link. That is firstly in terms of the accounts. If the money is transferred from one account, transferred, not cash deposit, to another, because then you are able to identify the account number, and obviously you can get the details of the account holder in the B section, and then subsequently say A, and then moved to the person who received it. So that is the first point, my Lord. When it's a cash deposit, my Lord, you will establish the link only if the person who makes the deposit makes a specific reference, because they can put anything, They can put my name, they can put whatever reference that they put. So all you will have is where the money is going to, but the depositor, it depends what the depositor put. What you'll be able to prove is that the recipient received that X amount through the bank or ATM deposit, my Lord. And my understanding, my Lord, this is under the normal course of bank transactions. It differs then when there are criminal activities taking place, because people then will want to conceal the identity of what they are doing, be it money laundering or any form of criminality. So the first 2 examples I've made are insofar as normal bank transactions when you do investigation in that regard. But then when such transactions banks are used for criminal activities, then the picture changes completely, because I don't think any criminal, my Lord, will just put his details and say, or suspect and say, me, I'm depositing this money for someone to be killed, or I'm depositing this money for someone. That you will not find, my Lord.
Okay. But also, just for the sake of clarity, Brigadier, in respect of this case, there is no cash deposit that was transferred in either of these exhibits, in either of these bank records for accused number 5, from Ms. Kelly Kumalo to accused number 5.
Yes, that's true, my Lord. But what we have on the investigation, at least the transaction that we can prove, is that money was paid in cash at Basutino Hostel on the day of the incident. We can account for some payments there in cash, and a later amount, as I've indicated in my last testimony, of 30,000. That was paid specifically by accused number 5 to accused number 2. That is now, you'll find that in the exhibit HH and JJ. I covered that aspect, but it was cash transaction. There's no evidence that we found.
No, Colonel, I'm referring to these exhibits. Triple E, we are on Triple E.
Yes, can I just finish, my Lord? Because remember, can I just finish? Because these exhibits, the question that I'm being asked is in relation to this offense in general. We don't have evidence or any suggestion in the docket that says the money was transferred by Ms. Kelly Kumalo to any of the accused. What we have when it comes to the monies that comes to existence after the deceased was shot, my Lord, is that money was paid in cash. That is what we can put our hands on, my Lord.
Thank you, Brigadier, for putting your hands up like that, but I am on these exhibits, on the bank records. That's where I am. I was just clarifying if there were any transactions on these bank records that were presented before this court?
No, my lord. In these bank records, there are no transactions between Kelly Khumalo and accused number 5.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Uyabonga ke ummeli.
Hey, my apologies. I keep on exchanging these colonel and brigadier. Which one is big? Is the relevant one? Brigadier.
Brigadier is my rank, yes, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Brigadier, you also referred to the contractual killing in your evidence. You remember?
I do recall, madam.
Yes. What did you mean by referring to a contractual killing?
I meant the deceased was assassinated. It was an assassin, my lord. There was a plot and a conspiracy to have him killed. And I said you will find that, as I said, as early as before even exhibit HH and JJ, the first confession that was made by accused 1, then you will find that there was an instruction to have the deceased killed, and the purpose, or rather the reward for that killing, was the payment of money. So then it becomes, there was an arrangement for the deceased to be assassinated, my lord.
Wait. We are not there. We'll have to get into the contractual killing in a separate video. But it did not take long for Mshololo to get under Brigadier Gininda's skin. He is not a happy camper in that courtroom. Day 1, morning session, and Gininda is already over-explaining, and Mshololo immediately cut him off. And this is when she says, "No, I know that. That's the evidence on record. But my question is," and you know what? Just answer my question. "Did you request the bank transactions covering that period?" And Brigadier Gininda says, "I don't have a recollection." One would have to check, okay? Don't ask me that question. I'd have to check. That is the homework that was assigned to Gininda. He's supposed to check after the break. But let me tell you something. This is as good as gone and never coming back to it, because Mshololo later on completes her cross-examination and doesn't put an addendum to my lord that I will have to come back to the homework that Gininda has. So I'm a little bit disappointed in that. Actually, I'm a lot of bit disappointed in that, because we need to know. We need to know. But at the same time, we have the luxury of rewinding and taking notes. However, on the stand, it must be a different pressure that goes on. However, she has prepared for this. That is my assumption. Things are written down. Either she's doing a check mark. So if something has a homework, I don't know, put an asterisk, highlight it, do something other than leave it for later. And then forget it. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, that is the feedback I wanted to share with regards to Mshololo and the bank transactions. Brigadier Gininda, did you specifically request the period, the 2nd of August 2014 to the 15th of October 2014? And he has the galls to say, "I don't have a recollection of that." How are you not recollecting something when you are the lead investigator? And this is of prime importance. Those dates are significant. What you're good at is jumping in and telling us what those dates mean. Listen, anybody following the trial can tell you what those dates mean. That was not Mshololo's question. Her question was very specific. In fact, all her questions were very specific, very simple. But each time the brigadier is going to make his answers long, winding. Finally, Mshololo asks, is there a link from these statements? Is there a link that shows that Kelly Khumalo paid accused number 5? Gininda says, "No, I told you that was a cash transaction, and we know this from the confession of accused number 1 and confession of accused number 2. Mshololo says, "Focus, okay? Focus." From these exhibits, 6, 3, and 8, is there a link reflecting a payment from Kelly Khumalo to accused number 5? And Gininda, in a very, very low voice, you could barely hear him, says, "No, there are no transactions between Kelly Khumalo and accused number 5. You see, this man would rather answer in paragraphs, lose topic, just so he can lose us and derail us and confuse us. But when it comes time to answer specific questions, that's when you really get to the bottom of it and realize, so there's no transaction, but you're saying Kelly Khumalo is the mastermind? There's no transaction, but you're adamant she's the mastermind. I don't know. But it sounds ridiculous to me. Drop a 1 in the comment section if you agree that this is absolutely ridiculous. But you know what? Let's continue in the next video. If you've made it this far in the video, you know you absolutely have my heart. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Drop that soccer ball emoji because, yes, it's 2025. We are still searching for justice for the national goalkeeper, SENZO MEYIWA. And if you're watching from outside the club, you're going to miss out a lot. You're going to miss out a lot. Hit that subscription button. And to all our channel members, a shout out to you. Make sure you drop Mshololo emoji in the comment section today and let me know how you think she did so far. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on my next upload.